Hi, my name's Casper. I'm from New York and I'm applying to the Shootout. I think I would make a really good finalist because I grew up around cars. I helped my dad do the maintenance on his E46 BMW basically my entire childhood, and it kind of pushed me to just kind of dive down the rabbit hole of getting into cars and being obsessed with the culture. I got my license as soon as I turned 16, and I realized then that I took driving a little bit in a different mindset than a lot of the people that I knew in my life. I was having this conversation with my mom when I was telling her how I felt about driving, and I told her that I felt like driving was more like carving a path instead of, just taking a turn. And she said, "Oh wow, like I never thought about it like that." And that just kind of reinforced that I thought about driving differently and that I had like a different kind of mindset. So I basically have just been like grinding to save up money to buy my first car, and it happened to be a GR86 actually, back in 2023. And when I bought the car, Toyota actually gave me a free track day event. So I took advantage of that. Of course, I went and I fell in love instantly. My instructor even told me that if I kept going down this path, I would become one of the best drivers that he has ever worked with. And I just kind of took it very, serious from the get-go. I really do think I would be a good finalist because, realistically, this is kind of like my impossible dream that I'm striving for like my entire life. Everything that I'm going to be doing in my life is going to be into getting into like a race car, to become a race car driver, whether that means I'm actually like buying the team or, whatever the case may be later down in my life. I definitely think that this is something that is gonna happen in my life. I am very excited for this opportunity. I just actually found out about the Shootout literally like today while I was on Instagram, and I knew that I had to apply. Winning the Shootout is going to be super important for me long term. I think that what I really want is to be able to shape the future generations of motorsports, and just kind of help them, even if I'm only influencing one person's life like my instructor did with me. I would take that as a success, realistically, long term. Short term, I would love to race in like a GT competition, something like the GR Cup. I'm coming from driving a GR86, doing track days, putting in work on the sim, which I bought right after my first track day because I was just so obsessed with it, of course. But yeah, a GT series short term would be the dream for me because I find it more interesting than a lot of the other racing series, even stuff like F1, even though the engineering is amazing in F1 and it is in the GT cars as well. But the cars are more accessible. They're more like almost like normal cars, they don't have the whole open wheel aesthetic as the F1 cars do. And yeah, sorry about like the poor rushed quality and nature of this in the late application. Like I said, I literally just found out about this, and I'm trying to get my application in. It's almost midnight on the 31st. But yeah, I'm very excited for this opportunity, and I really think that I could do great things in the world of motorsports. Thank you.